Hi, and welcome to another Sigma tutorial. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the Auto Snipe feature, one of the most powerful features of the Sigma Telegram bot. So without further ado, let's get to it. The first thing we're going to do is click on the menu here, click on Start. Next thing we're going to do is either click on Auto Sniper, or we can simply paste the contract address of the Auto Snipe in which you would like to place. Now, keep in mind that Auto Snipe, or setting an Auto Snipe, is actually only for contracts that are not live or trading as of yet. So I have a contract, okay, that is not live, and if I paste it in, I will get the Auto Snipe menu right away. So let's have a look at that. And there we go, snipe not set. Now, if this was a live contract, I would have gotten to buy or to sell this token depending on if I had it in my account. But it's not live, so now I can set my snipe. I'm going to be setting my snipe on base. Okay, so this is for the base blockchain. Now here we can see the contract address. After that, you'll see my snipe has not been set. When I set my snipe, this dashboard would actually have other information available. We have the referral URL, which is your referral URL. Next, we have scan, and because this is a base token on the base blockchain, we're going to go to base scan, okay, to have a look at what is in that address. DEX screener, I'm sure you know, DEX screener and DEX tools. And finally, we have defined. Now in here, we have some presets that you would be able to change in the settings area. So for now, we have buy presets of 0.1 ETH, 0.2, 0.3, 0.5. Next, we have X amount of ETH. So let's say you want to buy a certain amount of this token and it's not in the preset, then you'll simply click on X amount of ETH, where you will be able to enter your specific amount of ETH that you would like to use to purchase the token. Next, we have wallet number 1 and wallet number 2. Wallet number 1 is active, it's green. Wallet number 2 is not active. Now, I only have 2 wallets in my Sigma Telegram bot. You may have more than 2 or just 1, okay, so it depends. All of your wallets will be shown here. Here we have gas, and these are the presets for gas. 1 Gwei, 4 Gwei, or 10 Gwei. Again, that can be changed. Now, to see updated prices on Gwei, all you need to do is go to base scan, and there you'll see the updated prices on Gwei. Next, we have max transaction, and max transaction limits the percent of token supply you are actually buying. So this is great for avoiding, let's say, failed snipes or, on volatile contracts or tokens. After that, we have minimum tokens. And minimum tokens is where you can set the minimum percent of the supply you want to receive. But be aware, if you enable minimum tokens, you will automatically disable max transaction because you can only have one or the other and not both at the same time. Next, we have slippage, and slippage is preset to 100%. You can simply change that in settings, but keep in mind that slippage is applied after your taxes. So let's say you buy tokens that has a predefined tax of, let's say, 25%. The 25% will be taken out first because that's the taxes when you buy the token, and then your slippage will be applied. Next, we have pre-approved, and pre-approved is simply pre-approving your tokens to sell it fast. It's the same concept as you would have in Uniswap, for example, where if you need to sell a token, you would first need to sign a transaction pre-approving that token before you can actually sell it. Here, I can click on pre-approved. Now let's go have a look at the settings. Click on settings. Here we have minimum liquidity, and minimum liquidity is the minimum liquidity of that token, of that contract address. Now let's say, for example, you have a minimum liquidity set to 1,000, and the token that you are setting the snipe for has a liquidity of 999. Well, your snipe is not going to be triggered because your minimum liquidity is set to 1,000. So here is where you can set your minimum liquidity. So I'm going to set my minimum liquidity to, let's say, 500. You need to decide the minimum liquidity for your tokens. Okay, so I've entered 500, and there we go. Now, let's say this token that I'm setting my auto snipe for has a liquidity of 600. Well, it meets my requirements of 500, so my snipe will definitely trigger. Now here, my buy tax is set at 10% maximum. Now, let's say, for example, the token you're buying has a buy tax of 11%. Well, your Auto Snipe will not be triggered because your maximum buy tax is set at 10%. So you can change it here or leave it as is. I'm going to change my buy tax to 20%. The same thing applies for sell tax. If your sell tax is more than you're willing to spend, okay, your Snipe will not go through for that token. Now let's talk about the alpha feature, and what that does is it helps with rug pull detection, it helps with high tax detection, honeypot protection, and blacklist basically detection. Here the alpha is off, and when it's off, the Sigma bot will protect me against any kind of rug pulls, scams, blacklists, honeypots, you name it basically, right? But when it's on, and that is green, I'm not protected. Some examples of why you might want to keep it on is if you've already done your own research and you trust the token that you're sniping. Another one is if you're okay taking higher risk, for example, for a potentially faster delivery of your tokens. Another reason might be because maybe you need to bypass limitations and get into a token early. So in that case, you might want to leave it on, green. You might want to turn it off if it's your first time sniping, or if you want to really stay protected against any kind of shady contracts. So be very careful about turning that on. Now let's go back to the main menu. So here I have my slippage at 20%. And again, my slippage is only taken out after, okay, the taxes of the token gets taken out. So let's say, for example, you get your tokens and it's worth much less than 20%. Well, then you need to check how much taxes is in that token, because your taxes get taken out again, and then your slippage will be removed. Now to change the presets of your buy, all you need to go is into settings up here on the main menu. And then here you click on buy buttons. And here you can change your preset. Let's say you want to change 0.5 here to 1. Just enter 1. And there I have my preset. Okay. The same thing goes for your gas button. So your GUI. How much would you like to set your presets at? Okay. So I have 1, 4, and 10, which is fine for me. But again, if you'd like to change it, you can simply click on it and enter the GUI that you would like to have your presets set at, and enter, and there you go. Now let's go back to the main menu, or done, or dismiss. Now let's say, for example, you've exited your Snipe menu by mistake. All you need to do is paste in the contract address again, hit enter, and there you go. Now here it's very easy to set your Snipe. All you need to do is click on either X amount of ETH, okay, so you can enter your specific amount of ETH, or you can use one of the presets. Now let's say I want to buy 0.001 ETH of this contract address. I can just simply click on 0.001, and there we go. The Snipe is done. There's nothing else to do. As you can see here, my dashboard has changed. Here we have my Snipe has been registered. Here we have the max spend. How much am I spending on my Snipe? Here we have the GUI and how much GUI am I paying in gas. And here we have the wallets. So I have wallet number 1. It's simple and it's straightforward. And what's great is all your changes are auto saved. Your settings are set. Your Snipe is ready to go. And as soon as your contract goes live, your Snipe is going to get triggered. Now, if you'd like to cancel that Snipe, all you need to do is click on cancel. Let's go back to the main menu so that we can see where, okay, we have our Snipe. If we go on to pending orders, because it's an order waiting to happen, so it's pending. We click on pending orders. You'll find all your active Snipes and open orders. Press X to cancel order or Snipe. SL, stop loss, TP, take profit. So here, I'm going to actually press X so we can cancel that Snipe. And there we go. If I go back to main menu, pending orders, I have no pending orders, okay? And that is it for the base settings on Auto Snipe.